On August 4th, D23, which is the official Disney fan club, D standing for Disney and 23 referring to 1923, the year Walt Disney founded the company, announced their fall issue of the D23 magazine would have this beautifully specially designed Hocus Pocus 2 poster as its cover, as well as an amazing still from the film on the back of the issue that shows the Sanderson sisters dancing on stage to One Way or Another. This week, the magazine started arriving through people's doors, so let's take a look at the Hocus Pocus 2 exclusive article inside. We open up to the contents page, which is a full-page photo taken from the film, showing Izzy and Becca with the black flame candle in the Forbidden Forest. The description of the article reads, "Just in time for Halloween, Winifred, Mary and Sarah Sanderson are back, still embodied by Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy and Sarah Jessica Parker. We talk to two of the witches and two of their youthful new co-stars, as well as the creative team behind Hocus Pocus 2, to find out how this raucous musical and perpetually popular tale is being extended into the present day." So we open up the article to a full double spread photo of the Sanderson sisters. It's a photo we've already seen. It was released on June 28th, the same day as the trailer, and it shows the witches in the Forbidden Forest. We see the title of the article, Double, Double, Toil and Trouble, which comes from the witches' song in Macbeth, and it says, "Come, we fly. The Sanderson sisters are ready to bewitch audiences in Hocus Pocus 2, a spectacular sequel nearly 3 decades in the making. Tell me about it." Inside, again, another double-page photo, this time showing Becca, Cassie and Izzy inside somewhere that I originally thought was the magic shop, but I think it's actually somewhere else, no spoilers. Things to pick out from this first page, Bette Midler is quoted as calling the sequel a big, broad family comedy with great effects, a lot of slapstick and no cursing. It goes on to interview Kathy Najimy, who speaks of the fans and their love for the film and their protectiveness over the characters. Bette, Sarah and I were included in much of the conversation of how the Hocus Pocus 2 story might evolve. Now this is great to hear, and already we have heard in an interview with Kathy that the three of them got together on Zooms before the film to talk through ideas, so it's good to know they played a big part in the film's storyline. Fans are in for a real treat and plenty of tricks, says the article, and the film's director Anne Fletcher says Bette, Kathy and Sarah found the truth in their characters and knew how they'd speak. The article mentions how beloved the original film has become, and therefore there was a lot of pressure on director Anne Fletcher to live up to the hype. Anne's first priority was to cast the new generation of young stars for the film, to play these roles of Becca, Cassie and Izzy, and cast actresses who could hold their own against Bette, Sarah Jessica and Kathy. There's also a very cute part about Belissa Escobedo saying her mum is obsessed with the original Hocus Pocus, and when she won the part of Izzy, her mum screamed and bawled happy tears. Over the page, the article continues to discuss Belissa, Whitney Peake and Lilia Buckingham's characters and reveals a bit of the plot when it says the three girls grew up like sisters but are going through a tough period. They've grown apart, but they come back together in order to stop the Sanderson sisters. It's a beautiful story about friendship and sisterhood. Then, in an interesting part of the article, it reveals that, like many of us have said during the production of the film, the three girls are nods to the three witches, with Cassie referencing Sarah, Becca referencing Winifred, and Izzy referencing Mary. On the opposite page, it lists the other stars of the film, including Hannah Waddingham, Tony Hale, and Sam Richardson, and then reveals that while the sequel does cover some familiar ground, and that plot-wise it's the same as the first film, someone lights a candle, the witches come back, they then try to stop the witches, it also stands on its own. Bette Midler is quoted as saying the film is much more self-aware. It takes advantage of the fact a couple of generations of kids know the story inside out. For anyone not wanting any mild spoilers, stop listening now, but the article then goes on to reveal something I didn't think it would, and that's the name of both of the musical numbers. Anne Fletcher, who is herself a renowned choreographer, knew the importance of having another musical number in the film, like I Put a Spell on You from the first. And in the sequel, the witches perform not once, but twice. The songs this time around are witchy renditions of One Way or Another by Blondie, and also The Bitch Is Back by Elton John, which in this film is dubbed The Witch Is Back. On these pages, we also get two brand new stills from the film, one showing the young Sanderson sisters during a flashback scene. Let's all take a moment to appreciate young Winnie's teeth and young Mary's slanted mouth. The other still shows the present-day sisters gathered inside the old Salem magic shop, their old home, with Winnie fawning over her beloved spellbook once again. I know we've all spoken about it before, but how cool and surreal to see these witches standing next to t-shirts with their faces on them. Also, 10 points to whoever can tell me what the heck this is. Overall, the article should relieve the fans who have waited so long for this film, as it definitely reveals it's been made with love, it's been made with the fans in mind and for the fans, and that overall, no matter what, it will be a huge Halloween ball of fun.